Yes. 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 It is officially Halloween season, baby. That's right. Happy Halloween. Get your candy, get your decorations, your little dancing skeleton, and of course, get your costumes before you got to rush at the last second like a freaking idiot. You got to be like us. You see me right now. I am dressed up as the famous Jacko. Everybody knows the Jacko, the famous urban legend. If you don't leave candy out for the Jacko at night, he will sneak into your home and ejaculate semen on your face. So you make sure you leave your candy out at night, everybody, because you don't want that to happen.
I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of that? Well, let me tell you.
I'm scared though. I am scared now.
Leave your candy out. You've evaded the Jacko's gaze or goo. We got this guy. We got the Crow looking like Bloody Crow. He is his alter ego, Bloody Crow. Say his name in the mirror 3 times. A flock of crows will follow you for 7 days, and then Bloody Crow will come and slit your throat and bury you. Is that the legend? Is that how it goes?
I like the 7 days.
You look like you like sleeping right now. What is going on? Are you sleepy, Mo? Your head is this way. You're everything okay? You're drowsy. You're drowsy, Mo. Okay.
Everything is leaning.
Very scary. And now we got this guy, EJ, over here. What is your costume, sir?
I'm just Santa. I'm just trying to be Santa, you know?
Dressed up as Santa Claus, but more like Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know if it's
spooky or not.
You're like Billy Bob Thornton Santa Claus. You're bad Santa.
Like a
I was going to say, if you guys have played the game.
You look like a homeless Santa Claus.
I was about to say, I'm a homeless
homeless?
Santa from Bully.
He's a Santa Claus in L.A. on the street.
Yeah, asking for change.
Well, listen, every costume doesn't need to be scary. You can also have funny. You can have slutty. You can also be dressed as a penguin, which is what Pasty is dressed as. Look at Pasty the penguin waddling around. Wow. Don't you look like a South Park character or something like that?
He does look like a South Park character.
You look amazing. You look great. Everybody is ready for the Halloween season, aren't we? It's the greatest time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Now, I got a little update / like backstory that I got to tell y'all about, okay? Everybody knows my building's crazy. I was just talking to security guard when I saw him that day. He said, "Yo, I just had to bring somebody back to life with Narcan. It was like the 8th time in like 2 months. Somebody almost died in the back.
Man, they're done now.
There's people, just bodies dropping in the building. All kind of chaos is going on. But if you remember correctly, not too long ago, we had a SWAT team incident. The SWAT team had to come and take somebody out by force because he was threatening people with a knife because he was drawing on the walls and they were trying to take it off. And he was like, "Hey, that's my artwork, bitch." And he started waving a knife around and we had the Batmobiles here. It was insane. It was crazy. Okay.
I respect the artwork.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. Let me see if you respect this artwork because I got a backstory on this guy. I was talking to somebody in the building, and they're like, "Hey, we were talking about the hostage situation." He's like, "Yeah, you know that guy used to live on my floor, right? Like he was a total menace. He would draw on the walls. He would draw on my door." And then he said that dead ass, this guy used to jerk off and come on his door. I shit you not.
Are you sure he's not the lantern?
He's the Jacko.
It was the Jacko. That's right. It was my hero.
No, he's a servant of Jacko.
It was my hero, the Jacko. They kicked him out of the building.
No, bro. What happened was Jacko nutted on him and cast a spell on him. Now his servants go around jerking off and busting on other people's shit.
And he was a minion.
It's a curse.
He was a minion of the Jacko. So just when I thought the story couldn't get any crazier, we got the backstory on this guy. Coming on people. Then he had to clean it up himself. He's like, maintenance is probably like,
yeah, that's great.
Maintenance is probably like, "I'm not cleaning that up, buddy. That's on you, pal."
He should have just let it dry and then like.
You still gotta clean it up. You can have the nut smell on your door. What the hell?
Now, does nuts smell after you leave it on something?
Now we know what you would do. I'm not touching anything in your
building.
Huh?
He loves
and you like your building?
Oh, it's great. It's the greatest. It's awesome. It's the greatest building.
He loves
I love
his
it.
building.
It's so you know why I love it? Especially listen to this. Listen to this story. So I get the little brain blast to go out and get a 2-liter of Coca-Cola. So I go out, see my favorite security guard. Who goes, "Hey, Gritty Nose Best, what's up, brother?" I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'll hit you back when I get back, right?" Go get my 2-liter, come back. I'm chatting it up with the security guard. And all of a sudden, an Uber Eats driver comes in. He's like, hey, do you guys know so-and-so? And the guy's like, oh, yeah, the deaf chick. Yeah. Do you know her apartment number? And the security guard's like, no, but just text her on the app and she'll come down. So that's what happened. She said, I'm coming down. Chick comes down, get to Uber Eats. We give the Uber Eats guy a dap because he's talking about how he wants to get drunk and do all kind of crazy. He's a good guy. He's going to get crazy that night. And he left. And we're just sitting there, and the deaf chick is looking through the bag. And next thing you know, she starts freaking out. And of course, we don't know what she's freaking out about because she cannot articulate what she's freaking out about. Okay, like she just starts freaking out, in the deaf way. She's like, I'm not gonna do that. That's what she did. That's what she did. That's what she did. Okay. So she does that, and we're like, what happened? Like, what happened? So we can't understand what happened. So then she's like grabbing the bag, and she's making a big fuss. Why
don't you let her use your notes on your phone?
I don't know. She was in disarray. Okay, she was in a panic.
You got her number. She could have texted you what was wrong.
She was in disarray, and somebody was like, "Oh, I know sign letters."
Nobody
right?
in that building does.
So he's like, so I'm gonna sign to her. And he's doing this. He's like, it looks like you're throwing up gang signs. She's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're doing. So then we figure it out because she starts taking stuff out of the bag and she's like, like, she's like, look at this. And I'm like, yeah, chicken nuggets, great. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, you're going to really like those. Those are really great. And she's like, no, and she's pointing at her bag and then she's showing me like a burger. And I'm like, oh, her bag, the tag on the bag doesn't match anything that's actually inside of the bag. Because when you get Uber Eats, there's usually two bags. There's a little bag containing your food and the bigger bag with the tag on it, and it does not mix at all. So we're like, oh, okay, the stuff doesn't mix. I mean, and she's just like in a straight panic mode. So we're like, yo, we don't even know how. We just like grab our phone, and me and the security guard eventually like get her a refund from Uber. We go in the orders and everything, and we're like, all right, we got you a refund, $30 because she spent $50 on McDonald's, right? So
wow.
She looks at her phone, and I hear
unhealthy.
I hear the security guard going, no. She ordered another order for $50, so now she's $70 in the hole. And my man's like, why are you doing that? She's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Basically, like, I'm hungry. So now there's
the fucking food that's there.
She apparently, this is when I started to realize she did not want that food. And that's when the story starts taking a turn. Because I'm like, wait. You don't want that food? Well, like, what are your plans with that food?
Are you just going to throw that out?
I start thinking, and then so now I'm like, all right. I'm getting a vision of what needs to happen in the next 5 minutes, and it's her handing over this bag. So I'm like, I see people come over like, what happened, man? Like, there's like crackheads coming over like, yo, what's going on, man? I was like, nah, bro, we straight, bro, because I can see their eyes.
Because people, you know what they're about to do?
Because people know. Because people in the building know. Because people.
Are you saying that you have the same thought process as a crackhead?
Of course. Well, McDonald's is crack. McDonald's is crack. Listen, but I was there first. So people come up and they're like, oh, you got the wrong order? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm like, yo, relax. We got it, bro. They're calling McDonald's for her. And I'm like, bro, there's really nothing they could do. She already got her money back, blah, blah, blah. So me and the security guard are walking outside. And he's like, man, I really hope like she gets everything handled. Like, I hope everything's all right. I'm like, I just want to know what's going to happen with that McDonald's. Like, that's where I'm at right now. So then we go back in the building. And he's talking, and she ends up texting the security guard, like you said, Eddie. That's why I didn't say anything. So she ends up texting him, and she's like, she is still stuck on this. She's like, yo, they fucked up my order. We're like, we know, we got it. We have handled that. The situation.
Gang signs do we need to do?
The situation has been rectified to the fullest extent that it can be. And I'm like, listen, text her and ask her, what is she gonna do with that food, bro? And he's like, she can hear you, right? She just can't speak. I was like, you told me she was deaf. Now she's just mute. Like, what are you talking about? So next thing you know, after 2 minutes after, I feel like an idiot. She walks over and she hands me the bag, baby. She hands me the bag. 40 chicken nuggets, a burger, and I was like, these savages that they switched her order with didn't get any fries. What kind of imbeciles are these people? But listen, shout out
free food
to the
mad about the fries. Why didn't you just order them yourself?
Listen, and you know what's even funny? So I was talking with the security guard. He was like, "Yo, dead ass, this is the third time that we've hung out that you've gotten some for free." Because remember, the second time I ever met that guy, he got me back my pink sauce for free because I got a refund and then he found it. Then the second time, I never said this, but a random guy came downstairs and he was like, "Yo, you guys want red pears?" And we're like, "What the hell is that?" He pulled out like a bag of red pears and was just handing them out like Eddie, like dressed as Santa Claus. He was like, "Here's just red pears for everybody." Like, what the hell is that? It was like magical. And then this is the third time I got something free. It was like, wow. He was like, "I'm your good luck charm, huh?" And I was gonna be like, "Yeah," but then I was like,
don't jinx it.
No. Then I was like, the last thing I want to do is walking around calling another man my good luck charm. You know how sus that would sound the next time yo, what's up, my good luck charm? People are like, what? Like, what the hell? Like, that is, I will admit that you are, but I will not continue to use that verbiage with you. You know what I'm saying? It does not sound of the persuasion that I am. That does not sound like that. So I mean, shout out to the woman. She was so nice. She was so sweet. I shook her hand like 50 times. I was like, "Yo, thank you so much. Like, this is so fucking awesome." I'm still eating nuggets. Like I just ate nuggets right before this episode. I'm
you
still
didn't say
eating.
how many?
40. Your penguin is your costume is covering your ears. I said 40 big nuggets right there, baby, and a burger. The burger's still in the fridge, but wow, the building is just amazing. Free food. And if I never went to get that Coke, I would have never got that. That would have never happened. Mo, you had an incident go on in your building yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, 2 days in a row. So the first one starts off, apparently my neighbor was having some women problem. And the first night I'm in the room and I hear boom, 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 boom. And I'm sitting there. Me and Jay thinks it's outside, whatever the case may be. I can't, if you know anything about my building, all the sound just vibrates. I can't sleep when it's like loud fucking noise. I just can't, my brain won't shut down. So I just decided to get up and go out, see if it was outside. What I didn't know was the sound, the source of the sound was in the fucking building. So go down, I bump into this girl. I'm like, "Whoa, you scared me." I'm like, "Oh shit." So I'm about to walk down the stairs and then something tells me, turn around and ask her. I said, "Yo, are you the one banging on the door?" She goes, "Yeah, my baby father is fucking with my baby name." I said, oh shit. She said, "Yeah, he was supposed to pick up my baby and he came back and dropped her off for some bitch." I said, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Well, I just want to let you know that in this building, people will call the cops on you, like with no problem. If they hear you continue, I think you should just leave the building, try to give a fair warning, whatever the case may be." She was like, "Nah, fuck that." She kept going. She's talking to me. I'm like, "I bet," whatever. I go upstairs. I'm like, just chill, call on the phone. And now the sound is different. It's louder, it's different, and I know the shorty's there. So I go, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go back down." I go back down to the second floor, and this bitch is Spartan kicking the door. She is trying to fully break into his apartment. No stop. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sitting there like, "Yo, this been a while since I seen this shit." So she's like, "Yo, chill." I'm like, "You about to break somebody else the property?" Like, I'm like, "Oh fuck, I gotta say something." Like she said, nah, don't touch me. I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna touch you, but like you gotta chill." I'm hearing the cops outside. I'm dying. So I go upstairs. I actually call the landlord, and he's talking. Boom. Apparently, there was already 3 other calls. So I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna just stay up here." The cops finally find their way into the building. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Found their way up there. They get her. She says, "No one ever fucking cares about me." It's hilarious, but that's no one fucking cares about it. He keeps putting this shit on my baby's name. Stop fucking with me. You're making me act crazy.
Jerry.
I'm like, oh shit. So the cops was like, "You gotta go." He doesn't touch you. Right? That'd be crazy. And you push that bitch out. And then she's like, boom. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Find out the next day. that the shorty, her whole family is well known in the city by name. So I was like, oh, she was crazy.
Nah.
This is genetic crazy. So I'm like, all right, whatever. The night comes, Jay is out. Jay is out. She's not home. I hear crying from outside my window.
We can't hear the crying. I think your mic is peaking. I'm like,
what happened?
Yeah, we couldn't hear the crying, but we saw you. You looked intense.
She was just crying. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I go outside. I'm like, what is going on? There's this girl. I'm not gonna lie, they both was bad too. So I'm like, this dude is really doing a good job. I'm like, she is crying, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you good? I'm like,
this is another girl.
This is another girl in front of the same door.
The next
same
day?
fucking door. The next.
Oh nah, same
day.
door.
Same door, different girl. So I turn around, I'm like, yo, you're not the girl from yesterday. She's like, no, that was the baby mom's. I was like,
wow.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I go outside. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna smoke. I go outside. I'm smoking. I'm on the phone with my best friend. She comes out. She's like walking, but she's like wobbling. I'm like, yo, you good? She's like, my foot is bleeding, but she's still walking.
What
I'm
the
like,
hell? She
yo,
tried to kick the door in too?
huh?
She tried to kick the door in too?
No, she was just crying. She was like, when she was in the upstairs, she's like, oh, I was like, you're not gonna kick the door, you're not gonna do nothing. She's like, no, I would never do that. I'm not crazy like that. I don't want to go to jail. I'm just emotional. I'm like, damn, this nigga has a bitch that's willing to kick down his door. Then he got a bitch that's willing to cry in front of his door. What two extremes? I'm like,
well, we already know why that is. You know what I mean? My man's packing some heat and he's throwing it down. My man's throwing it down. Shout out to you.
My man got the Pringles can or something.
Yeah,
yo,
right.
So she comes back. I'm sitting. I'm on the phone. She comes out. She's like, I'm like, well, if you need anything, I'm like crying, whatever. Something tells me to go ask her because she had a good energy. So I was like, whatever. I'm a little chill. So she comes back, and she's still doing it. She's like, yeah, I'm still bleeding. I'm like, yo, do you want a Band-Aid? Like a Band-Aid? Like, shorty,
why is she bleeding?
She stepped on glass.
Was she barefoot?
What did she? She'll walk to the building barefoot?
What the hell? Why is it broken glass in your building?
It was not in my building. It was outside.
Oh, okay.
She was drunk out her ass. So I'm like, yo, do you need a Band-Aid? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, just come up. I have a Band-Aid. I'll give one to you. Boom, boom, boom. She goes, I need to sober up a little bit. Can I just go to my car and get some weed? I'm like, go ahead. So she goes get it. Boom. She comes up. She gets her Band-Aid. She cleans her feet. She just sits there. Boom. Does her thing. She smokes. And I'm like, all right.
You got this girl in your apartment?
Yeah.
You're a wild guy. But who am I to talk?
This is not new for me.
Who am I to talk?
You smoking some weed to sober up?
Yeah.
Yeah. People do that. Like,
you do the coke to level out from the alcohol, stuff like that.
People
I do the alcohol to come down off the coke.
Yeah, same thing. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah. No. She was drunk. She's sitting there, and then I'm like listening to her whole story. I'm not gonna get into her personal shit, but she was just giving me her personal story. And then it ended up, I was like, damn. I gave her a hug. She's crying. I'm like giving her a hug. I'm like, yo, it's gonna be good. I say a prayer, and we just she's chilling, and she leaves. So we were just hanging out for like an hour and a half.
So the moral of the story is the guy in that apartment building is throwing it down.
He is throwing it down.
And you never even seen him. You never even seen the guy.
I know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've seen him.
You just gotta look at him next time, and you just gotta look at him with the look like, listen, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, he's doing something right, but you know what? Actually, I can't even give that information out. But what I will say is,
what you about to say? You saw him in some gray sweatpants? You're a freak. You're a freak.
Hey,
yo,
I was just about to
say
that
is crazy. You heard that, right? That's where it was going, right?
Yeah, I heard
it definitely wasn't.
He was about to say
there.
you saw him in some gray sweatpants and was in awe. That's what he. All right, enough. That's
I can't
insane.
even see that well.
That's insane. No,
That's,
that's the point. You
that's
saw
enough.
that though.
Nah, you want to see it,
You
right?
saw that?
I'm gonna tell him to put. You know what? I got a few friends that love wearing
No,
sweats.
I'm
I'll send them a picture. I'll send you a picture.
You got a few guys you know that wear those great.
I got a few friends that like wearing those.
And you said you're gonna send me pictures. That means you're gonna see the pictures first.
No, I can't see that shit. You're gonna see better than I do.
God.
What are you trying to say?
You can see that.
You know, I thought your block would be like way better than mine, but it's like same stuff going on in your block than my block.
Yeah, it's just not in my building.
Yeah,
like consistently.
Except for the dog
thing
story.
You bring this madness into your house, though.
That's what we do.
Yeah, seriously. Bro. You've been to my house in the Bronx. What are you so fucking surprised about?
I know, but you ain't
lived with
nobody in like that.
I lived with crackheads and cokeheads all my life. I
Pasty
watch
the
people
penguin looks like you just
overdose all
got.
the time.
You all right, Pasty? Like you just got eaten by a seal or something. You were good, You were good there?
Yeah, it's a little hot.
Okay. Well, you can take off
don't
whenever,
take it off.
whenever you're ready.
You gotta be dedicated.
You do gotta be dedicated.
You gotta be dedicated.
Don't have a heat stroke. Listen,
If you do it,
like
I'm gonna laugh at you.
Listen,
you didn't get like a costume with like a fan built in or something?
Speaking of McDonalds, we got to talk about this. You know we love tasting things. You know that we love eating new foods and snacks, right? Well, October 9th, McDonald's is coming out with 2 new sauces. Love a sauce, and we're getting 2 new ones. First one is called Mambo sauce, and it is like a tomato-based, I think, vinegary sauce. That is going to be interesting, and I would love to dip some fries in that. And
I'm
then
gonna throw up.
The other sauce is a sweet and spicy jam sauce. So that's basically what it's going to be.
Sounds great.
That sounds great, right?
That sounds great.
And they say that's going to be kind of like a breakfast. Oh, the dedication has left. Oh no, is it going back on? Is the nose going back on? Let's see. Is it over? You retired the penguin?
Keep your dick on your nose. Keep your dick on your face.
You look like Frosty with that nose. So yes, the new sauces are coming out, and I'm very excited to try them. As is Mo with the jam one. That's going to be kind of they recommend that to be like a breakfast sauce. You know?
No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Like you're supposed to use that with the breakfast items. Now, EJ, you're not excited for this at all because you don't like sauce because you're a weirdo, right?
Yes, exactly. Clearly, obviously.
You don't like ketchup, right?
He doesn't like ketchup. He doesn't like barbecue sauce. He don't like. You like
mustard? You like mustard?
Okay, let me rephrase. It's not that I hate barbecue sauce. I just don't want my ribs to be dripping. You know what I mean? Like if it's like a light glaze, you know what I mean? Or if they like.
So you like to brush you like to brush it on your meat.
Yeah.
But you don't do mayo.
You like to brush.
You don't do mayo, right?
No, definitely not.
You're an insane guy. You're an insane
No mustard.
Guy.
No.
Maple syrup?
Maple syrup?
It depends. It really depends. If my pancakes are dry enough.
What?
If my pancakes
wait, hold on. So there's moments where you just don't use syrup on pancakes?
Yeah.
Now you know you're retarded.
I'm a freak, bro.
You're a
Look at me.
psychopath.
Look at the way I'm dressed. I'm a freak.
You're a psychopath.
You're literally dressed like Santa Claus on a Christmas show. That's not that out of the ordinary. What you're talking about is out of the ordinary, though. You won't even eat syrup on pancakes. What the hell?
I never said I wouldn't. I just said it depends.
Wrong with you? I got to give you another one.
Now you know you're retarded.
That is insane.
How about something like another natural one like honey?
Yeah, what about honey? You like honey?
Honey.
I don't like that either, no.
Oh,
what the hell is wrong
What
with
about
you?
hot sauce?
No,
Nope.
he won't do that. That's why. That's literally why you were there. That's why we had to create such a concoction with the peppers because he wouldn't eat it on the sauce. We had to get the spice. We had to get the fucking crushed up grounds. We could have just dipped it in sauce.
Which made it all worse. If you just allowed him to put that hot sauce in, we would have never been tortured the way we were. Fuck you.
Never.
Tell him.
I can't.
Tell him. We would actually. It might have been worse because we would have put all the sauce on and then rolled it in the dust. So you'd have been even worse.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Cheryl made like spaghetti and meatballs, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I definitely wiped my meatball off. Like I wiped the sauce off my meatball. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm dead, bro. Dead ass. Like I took a paper towel and I was like, let me just get this.
You took a paper towel. You just didn't do it with a fork. You had to get a paper towel.
I got a paper towel. Yeah. No, I want
Oh my god.
Now you know you're retarded.
What the hell? is wrong with
I'm
you?
a freak, bro. I'm a freak.
That is the
monster.
scariest thing I heard all Halloween so far. Nothing's gonna be scarier than that.
So no peanut butter, no jelly.
Actually, first of all, I was just thinking about making one before the show.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
So
You
those
know-
are two condiments you could mess with.
You know,
yeah,
EJ
bro,
EJ
together.
wasn't even supposed to be here today, but he was talking about before the show. He just called me. He's like, "What do you?" I didn't even answer. I was like, "Listen, I gotta go. We're about to do the show." He's like, "I'm not on it." I was like, "I guess so. Come on, just get on." I didn't have energy. I didn't have energy to fight this afternoon. I was like, just get on.
The child that he was gonna leave out.
He's like, "I'm not gonna be there." I was like, "Just come on. Just, I'll send you the link." Of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
What about ranch dressing?
I don't like any sauce.
Nah, bro, you wild.
Is there
Honey
anybody
mustard,
else
dude?
out there that don't like sauces? Please let us know. Please let
You're
us
a
ribs?
know.
wild
Like I'm not gonna
guy.
hold you, bro. Like ribs, like dry rub ribs are like the best, bro. I don't care.
I never tried that, but I always wanted to try that, and I think I would.
Bro, they're so
See, I'm
good.
with you on this
It's
though.
good.
I'm with you on this, EJ. I don't like things that are submerged in sauce. I like to
Thank
dip the sauce. I like to dip. I'm a dipper. You know, when you go to the Chinese place in New York and they put the ketchup on the fries, I want to throw it right at the lady's fucking head. I don't like
I
that
hate
at all.
that.
I don't
I
like
hate
that
that.
at all. I'm
It
a
was
dipper.
fun when you was a kid, not as an
You're
adult.
done. A dry rub, I'd love that on the wrist because I don't like that. I'm always wiping
Yeah.
my hands and I'm wiping my mouth. No. Dry rub, I agree with you on that, EJ. I agree with you.
Okay, at least I got one W today.
Yeah, you got a W. I mean, you're a walking W, except for that. What are you sipping on there? What is that?
Another Trulies.
Oh, drinking a Truly, Santa's favorite beverage. Leave him a Truly and a Newport this year for
I
Santa.
got a Truly.
Leave a Truly and a Newport.
Babe, give me a drink, please.
No, you're not allowed to drink on the show. He's allowed to drink. You can't drink on the show. I'm not editing tonight. You ain't drinking on the show. Listen, we just talked about pasta, right? And your big thing is mac and cheese, right, EJ? This motherfucker's
yeah,
gonna drink on the show. You like mac and cheese, right?
I like it. I like it homemade. I like the craft in the box. I like it all.
Let me tell you this. Kraft mac and cheese is putting back out the SpongeBob mac and cheese. After 10 years or something like that.
Let's
Good for y'all.
go.
After
I'm
10
eating
years,
good today,
dude.
boys. I'm eating good.
Bro, I was thinking about this a year or two ago. Did they not make the SpongeBob mac and cheese anymore? What the hell?
Bro, they were SpongeBob. They had Scooby Doo. They had man of different kinds, bro.
And in my opinion, for some reason, it just tastes better. The shapes taste better.
I can't even argue with you. I might have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to look for it the next time I go food shopping. You know what? They're going tomorrow. I might have to go tomorrow.
There's something about it, right, EJ? Just the shape. There's a taste to it. Amazing. So if you're a big fan of that, you better be ready. Go to the supermarket because I think it's pretty much out right now.
You got kids? Go get it for them.
Kid, get it for yourself. Fuck
You hear that, Dre?
Get it for yourself. Oh, you know what?
His baby can't eat that yet.
EJ, you are Mr. Segway right now. You didn't even know what you just did because we were about to talk about Dre, actually. Okay? I don't know why you're drinking. Next time you drink, you are banned. You are banned from the show. That is a real rule. You are not allowed to drink on the show.
This is one.
No, you are not allowed to drink on the show. Definitely not.
I think you're
Definitely
yelling
not.
at me. I was like, I thought that was good.
Listen, you just talked about Dre, and I
This is
totally
racism.
forgot that we did not bring this up on the last episode, but there was this syndrome that apparently fathers have or expecting fathers have when they are with their pregnant wife. And I'll just play what this person says about this syndrome.
It's not the one when they get fatter.
Hold on. Let them cook.
I'm guessing all the ones.
If you're gonna be done soon, this might be helpful. So some men experience sympathetic pregnancy while their partners are pregnant. Research uncovered that men can actually experience pregnancy-like symptoms. Things like anxiety, depression, trouble sleeping, restlessness, even decreased sex drive. Also back pain, leg cramps, weight gain, weight loss, bloating, and all of this can be totally normal. So just prepare yourself.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. All of
Do you
that,
tell me Dre's fat now?
all of what she said, I've heard this before, and yes, men do experience that. It's not a rare thing.
Tell me your diet consists of all soy without telling me your diet consists of all soy. What the hell are you talking about? I asked one of my friends that's a girl. I was like, Tell me if your man, he got you pregnant and he's talking about he got the COVID syndrome. That's what it's called. She said, I tell him to man the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here with the, I got the COVID syndrome. My feet hurt. Oh, your hormones are rubbing off of me. I'm feeling nauseous right now. She said, she'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't think that's a symptom of sympathetic pregnancy. I think those are symptoms of the father going, oh my God, what have I done?
That's what I was going to say.
You know what? This is very valid coming from a penguin, considering the dad is the one doing most of the looking after. You know what I mean? This all adds up.
You got a point, EJ.
The women don't do anything.
That's an astute point.
You have to trust the penguin on this one. There you go.
Gotta trust the penguin. Look at the perfect stone. So, Pasty, do you ever find the perfect stone?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't even know
Where is she?
Means.
So your wife died.
Oh my God!
In my 20 minutes as a penguin, yep.
Don't the women like go away or something, and then you go do something while the fathers hang out with the kids?
The women are the ones that go and get all the food.
Yeah, she's getting food right now. Tell them.
No. The joke is that to court a female penguin, the male has to go find a perfect flat round stone pebble and bring it back to her, and if she accepts it.
Oh, is that's the thing?
Yeah,
I didn't know about that. What the hell? That's like an engagement ring?
Yeah, that's their engagement ring.
Wow. Yo, that stone is fire, bro. Like, he really likes you.
Pasty the penguin just went out into his yard and just picked up a rock and threw it at somebody.
Stone. Bro, come on, bro. COVID? Are you kidding me? And Dre was like, because that's how we got into it. Because Stephanie was like, he got sympathetic pregnancy. I said, what? What the hell is that? She's like, like when you get pregnant and they feel it. I was like, how do you even begin the hormone transfer? Like,
how can you even begin to imagine what they're feeling?
Listen, I've never heard it to that extent. The details I've heard from men, and we know one of the guys, he worked in the dorm. He said he gained weight from it. He was experiencing some back pains, but he never complained about it. It wasn't like something like, "Oh, I'm complaining," but it was definitely.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
It could be some spiritual synchronicity.
It could be that too, or just maybe, but chemicals. Humans are way more connected than we think, so it could have been some chemical reaction. But I've heard this before.
I think it's the placebo effect. I think it's all in their heads.
It could be that as well.
I think nothing's happening, and it's all in their minds.
It could be that as well. I wouldn't know until I experienced it myself.
Bro, if you come on here talking about you got COVID, you're done. You're done.
The point is, your question to her was, if he complained to you, I would never say shit. I'd be like,
no,
damn,
the fact that you even, I'm not saying you complain, but just the fact that you even said it. Yeah, I didn't say that. I just said, what would you say if your man said he got the COVID? She said, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? COVID. Bro,
you got the
your wife is the one. She's the one holding the baby. How the hell? No. I'm not buying it. I don't care what you show me. I don't care what you got. Ain't no COVID, bro. Get a hobby. Do something. The reason you're anxious and depressed,
everybody ask their pops,
is because you have a baby on the way. That's it. Pastor hit the nail right on the head. Pastor hit the nail right on the freaking head, dude. You're anxious and depressed because the baby's coming. You're gaining weight because you're eating with your woman and she's eating too.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
You're stealing a couple extra fries, or you gonna get a burger with her. That's why you're gaining weight. And then decreased sex drive. How does that what?
That part I don't understand.
Maybe it's because you're ladies.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You get the decreased sex drive if you're fat phobic. That's what happens because the woman gets more pregnant. You are fat phobic.
If you're not into the BBW, then you don't really want to mess with.
That's a separate thing. That's a separate prego, and fat women are two different things. She's prego. I mean,
they gain the weight. They gain the weight
while she's pregnant. So
they gain the weight.
I don't know. I feel like women would argue with you, but no, seriously, a lot of men don't like having sex when their women are pregnant. This is a common thing.
Hey man, if you're packing that crazy heat, you might poke your baby in the head or something. I mean, who knows?
That's not how that works, Eddie.
I know.
That's not how anatomy works. It's not how anatomy works, I guess. Listen, we got some news. We're going to talk about the new Saw X movie. Just came out on Friday, okay? All of us have seen it except EJ. Yes, X is 10.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you for that grade school question.
Sorry.
But before that, let's talk about a horror movie franchise that I love like a billion times more than Saw, and that is Halloween. Michael Myers. There is a little bit of news on the horizon right now, and that is that I think it's Miramax is the one that owns the Halloween franchise, and they are taking offers for studios and for scripts for a pitch for the new Halloween movies or the new Halloween series. So in the next couple of years, we may be getting some new Halloween movies. This is epic. This is awesome. I'm very happy.
Are you truly happy? Are you really happy about this?
I'm very happy because this is what I think should happen, though.
Okay.
I think, because everybody's going to be doing their pitches, I think that Blumhouse should go in there, all right, put their dick on the table and go, listen, we fucked up. Who's going to do it better than us? Literally nobody. We messed up. We're sorry. We'll never do that again. Okay, the guy's head is on a platter right now. Look at it. Look at it right here. Look at it. I mean, he is making the new Exorcist, but forget that. His head is on a platter right now, okay? Give it back to us, and we will do it again. Let's get a redo. Let's get a do-over, because I can't imagine another studio is going to do a better job than Blumhouse could do. You're shaking your hand, your beak, Pastor. What are you thinking about this?
Your beak.
I think they missed their chance. I think
this is their last chance.
They dropped the ball.
I think the director. I think it's the last chance with this Exorcist.
That nobody, while they were looking at the editor's cut, said this movie sucks. We can't release this.
I'm with you on that. There's no excuse for that. They did it with Catwoman. The word on the street is they're doing it with Snow White. The word is that they fired Rachel Zegler. That's what I've been hearing. So I guess they were going to do a multi-picture deal with her. That's out of the window. She's probably not going to be doing the new press tours, blah, blah, blah. So that's good news as well, that they're not going to do that. But that's what they should have done. They should have just took the movie, threw it in the garbage, and said, you better come up with something new because people are going to riot.
What do you not understand? That when people are like, you know what, like, we don't have any good ideas, let's just make let's make a Halloween 75 because we don't have any ideas. It's not going to be good.
No. They did the opposite. They go, let's just not do what would be right, which is just like make another Halloween movie that's like everyone else, just a little different. They just made a whole nother movie, which was horrendous.
Just do a regular movie and let Jamie Lee kill the
I don't even want to hear that coming from you, Eddie, because you watch anime, which is like 48,000 seasons. It's like, how much more could you do by the 48th season, bro? So don't even start.
Well, first of all, they have not done enough, all right? We need more.
True. We need way more. Most of our shows don't even get to season 2.
By the time you get to Bleach is like on episode 2,000. How much more can you do?
First of all, I think you mean One Piece.
Same thing. Doesn't matter.
We're only in the thousands.
But first of all, most shows only get like 12 episodes, maybe 24 if they're lucky. But if you're cooking, then you might get a couple seasons.
You know what anime is great that me and EJ really want back? High School of the Dead.
Great.
A whole shit about zombies.
That sounds great.
Well, the new zombie show's out.
I know, but I still want High School of the Dead. But Zombie 100 is still a great zombie.
I want to go back to Halloween.
Thank you,
give
Pastor.
You guys
please,
some perspective.
Let's get out of muddy territory.
I was alive when the first Halloween movie came out.
Wow.
76 at 78.
And that Halloween Ends was the solution for the finale of that franchise. The Blumhouse
timeline.
The Russians should bomb Blumhouse.
I don't agree with that because I love Blumhouse so much. I do not stand with that at all. They're coming out with some new heat that I can see. They're coming out with The Exorcist that look good. They're coming out with a new movie. I think it's called Totally Killer. That's coming out this October. I think it's like October.
That's an interesting title.
I'll look
Are
up.
you saying Blumhouse is allied with Ukraine, Pastor?
Is that what you're saying?
No, we're not going that far. It was just a one-time joke.
I'll say this. I just found out that Obama and Michelle are making a apocalyptic movie.
Great. We're not going to see that. Yeah, Totally Killer. It's coming out.
He's
What is
directing it.
What is the date?
Who's directing it?
Obama.
Get the hell
Directing
outta
a movie?
here.
Yeah. I got to look into it more. I just saw it before I started the show. I'm like, whoa.
Hold on.
But it's around the Halloween theme. It's a popular.
Okay, Totally Killer's coming out on October 6th on Amazon Prime. It's about a girl who goes back in time to stop like the murder of her mother's friends. So Blumhouse is doing that. That's coming out. We also got The Exorcist coming out. What did you say?
So that's like 4 days.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
right. That's right. And as well, on October 6th is going to be The Exorcist. We're going to go see that in the theaters. It's going to be scary.
This is
Okay,
the first
so I
Exorcist
have-
movie I've ever seen in the theater.
I have a proposition for you guys. How about, since you're already paying for The Exorcist,
I'm not.
then, well, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. The point is, you're going to already be in the theaters to be watching the movie.
No, we're not going to
Yeah,
show. We're not going to keep our phones up.
Go see that other movie when you're done.
What other movie?
What movie?
The one you just said that was coming out on the 6th, the same day.
Totally Killer?
Yeah.
You didn't hear what I said? It's coming on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
I'm definitely going to see it when I get home. Of course I'm going to see that. What are you, crazy?
I'm tripping. Sorry.
You tripping out, bro. You ain't thinking. You ain't thinking
I wasn't
straight.
listening.
And then we got the new Goosebumps series coming out on October 13th, coming out on Disney Plus. They're
How
dropping
do we
5
feel about
episodes.
that though?
I'm ready. I'm ready to see if it's good.
Are we excited? Because I'm right in the middle on this one. Because Disney has been fucking up everything else. I have no faith in Disney, but I love Goosebumps. So the series.
I like Goosebumps, and I don't really care if it's good or not. Because if it's bad, that just gives me something to talk about. If it's good, there's something to talk about.
Oh wow!
Wow, now you sound like a
haven't
real
we said something
podcaster. Now
similar
you
to
sound like a
that?
real
Wow.
podcaster now. Good for you.
This guy.
I think it's most likely, gun to my head, gonna be lame. I'm excited to see it just to see it. What I don't like about it is the guy that's making the show made the last Goosebumps movie, which was not a Goosebumps movie. It was just a movie about Goosebumps. It was a movie about kids who open up like a book and then the Goosebumps characters come out. And it's like, that's not what we wanted. We didn't. It was just like a mystical fantasy movie, but it was not a Goosebumps movie. Okay. So now the guy is making the show, and the show is basically the same thing where the Goosebumps characters like running around in the streets like, oh, hey, can you just do that movie, but just make it way longer and just do it. And instead of doing it for like an hour and a half, just do like 12 hours. And he was like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We'll just extend the script by like, 2 hours or something. Like, it didn't make any sense. That's how it looks like that. It looks like the characters are just running around. Like they have the Say Cheese and Die camera out there. And then I saw a stupid article where it was like
Jumanji. With
yeah, it was like Jumanji. That's what a lot of people were equating it to. It was not Goosebumps. We wanted them to make a movie where it was like, okay, this movie. See, this is what I was thinking the other day. This is what I think they should have done for the Goosebumps movie, because they did 2 and they were really not that great. I think they should have done something like they did, and I think it was Tales from the Hood, right? Where the kids go in, and because a lot of people were like, they should have focused on one Goosebumps book. That's fine. You could focus on Horrorland. You could focus on
Slappy, bro. Slappy
maybe
got
not.
like 5, 7 books.
No. Every time they put kids in real life into a Slappy series and they try to make Slappy, even in this show, Slappy's always gonna suck because they don't want to do the actual Slappy correct.
Well, Slappy was actually not that bad Slappy was actually not that bad in the movie. It wasn't that bad. Slappy wasn't the problem. But anyway, I think they, instead of focusing on one movie, they should have done what they did in like Tales from the Hood or something like that. I think it was that movie where the guy's going to the funeral home and then it becomes like an anthology movie essentially, where they tell different little stories in the movie, and then at the end it all ties into one big story. Like they're in the funeral home, and then
that's a classic fucking movie, man.
It is, and it's like they're in the funeral home, so they get all these stories, and at the end it ties into like them being in hell. I think they should have done something like that with Goosebumps, where there's an overarching story, and then you tell 2 to 3 like long Goosebumps stories in that movie, and just make it a really action-packed movie. But it's not focused on one book, and it's not what the fuck they gave us. So I think the show's gonna be whatever. I mean, I hope it's not horrible, though. I hope it's not horrible. Let's get into Saw X. Pasty, you've never seen a Saw movie, have you?
No.
All right. Well, this is what I'm going to say. As not like usual, this will not be a spoiler-free review. We're going to go in. We're going to talk about the movie. So we're going to let it all fly. So if you didn't see the movie...
I've seen 1, 2, 3. Is that good enough?
Oh, 1 and 2 are like the only ones I really care about. So I think
all
after
right.
about
Same thing he
5...
said to me.
I think after about 5... I think it was 5 when I was in the theater. And at the end, I just go... Okay, I think I'm done. I think we're wrapping it up, and then they do another 5. So, Pastor, the floor is yours. What did you think of Saw X? Well, let me give the background story in case you don't know. So, basically, the movie is Jigsaw. To the best of my knowledge, I watched a video. This movie takes place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. So, in between
You are correct.
Saw 1 and Saw 2, right?
Yeah.
So, Jigsaw, Tobin Grace, finds out he already knows he has brain cancer. He got like a few months to live. He finds this experimental treatment facility. He goes to Mexico. He gets the treatment. Later on, he finds out that they did not actually treat him at all. So he's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to just do my regular thing. I'm going to get these motherfuckers in some traps. They're sitting around. He's like, hello, everybody. There is a key hidden inside of your anus, and you have to dig inside of it and grab it out. And, and then everybody's in a trap, and it's like, they're mutilating themselves and blah, blah, blah. Pastor, what do you think of the movie?
Well, since I never saw one before, I thought it was pretty good. It was, a little gruesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
Thomas, from your description, it sounds like it's like any other Saw movie.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, if this is every Saw movie, then that could get pretty boring right quick.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people just really like the new styles and ways of trapping and killing people. That's what people.
Yeah, it's
go
really about
for.
the traps. I mean, the first movie. That's why I wanted you to see the first movie, because the first movie wasn't as over the top gruesome, in my opinion, from my memory. And I don't even think the second one was that crazy. It's like the longer they went on, the more they were like, we got to turn up the violence, which I agree with. It's fine, you got, and that's what a lot of people go to see stuff like that. So it's perfectly understandable why you would do that. So anyway, commence with your review.
The thing that that was challenging was that you actually kind of had sympathy for him, even though you didn't want to.
Oh yeah.
And the woman that was conning him with the treatment,
she was great.
I thought she was really good.
Awesome.
And
Her acting was beautiful,
dude.
And that when she got him, cornered
into his own trap, she basically trapped him.
I mean, I don't know if "expose" is the right word, but showed a light on how pathetic of a
man
character he is.
Yeah. I always thought it was like a lame character too. He'd be like, somebody would wake up in the chain and be like, you didn't go to your daughter's basketball games. You're a bad father, so now I put a key inside of your eyeball and there's a chainsaw dangling over your head. I'm just like, all right, this is like pretty lame. Like what's going on? Like,
after about who made him the judge and jury of everybody on earth?
I think there was some of them where it made sense, but then some of them where it was like, oh, it's a guy who cut himself and drank, and I'm like, oh, we need to trap him? Like, I think it started with his first trap, because I watched a video on it. His first trap was with a guy who hit his wife in the belly on purpose, basically. He was robbing her. He hit her in the stomach, and they had a miscarriage, so he put him in a trap. That's perfectly fine. And then, the next trap was like, hey, you're cutting yourself in your car, and you don't appreciate your life, so now I put a key inside of your bladder. And it's like, okay, is it necessary? That's a little... To him it is. To him it's a little extreme.
He doesn't have long to live, bro. He's got cancer, so,
Like, don't take it out on us. But I agree with you, Pastor. I was actually like,
what do you want him to do?
I was actually rooting for the villain of the movie. I'm like, yeah, kill him, fuck him.
And why the conflicts of it. Here he's doing this to these people, and then he's like so concerned about the innocence.
Oh yeah, like
You
oh,
can't let the innocent boy be murdered,
dude,
Which-
this was
that
great. This
actually
was
makes
great.
sense.
This was great. This was
That tell me that didn't
maybe.
make sense to y'all.
This was great.
I
This
mean, it
was,
makes sense, but it's
Okay.
just like the. And then, like the kid is like, does the kid hug him at the end or
oh
something?
yeah, they
Yeah,
walk
the
off
kid
like
has
there's
him.
literally a sunset walk off.
Well, I
Bro,
couldn't see the
no,
end
no,
because my
you're
shit just
lying to me.
ends with the bitch head out.
What? Oh, I don't
You
know what
when she hugged.
I don't. That's not how mine ended.
That's my copy.
Oh well, you watched it on. Okay, anyway, so listen. I was gonna
Man,
say
watch
the
the
part
movie.
that I thought was so dumb was they hang the girl and they have the radiation machine on her, which I thought that was awesome. I thought that was
a great
cool.
scene.
They have the
That was a great
radiation
scene.
thing on her, and she has to break her limbs to get out. She has to break her foot and then break her hand. So she breaks her foot, really gruesome looking stuff. And she's relieved because she's like, oh my God, I finally broke my foot. I'm about to get out of here. And then she's like swinging away from the radiation machine. So you're like, all right, well, now she just has to break one hand, but she's not in the way of the radiation. And then the gun moves over and you're like, oh my God, like, no. Because you really.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I thought it was cool too. I'm just like, for her,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my, because
Yeah.
her skin is already boiling, and you feel bad because that's like the most sympathetic character in the movie because it's like, well, she's just there because she's basically on drugs and she just got roped into it. She really was the least guilty of any of this. And
She
you
was
can-
manipulated into
you
her
can just
situation,
kind of
yeah.
tell
Yeah.
she shouldn't have been there. And even Amanda was saying it, and Jigsaw was like, "No, because you don't even understand. I have cancer." And she's just like, "Bro, relax. Like you're getting a little crazy right now, a
Emotional.
little aggro."
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, she breaks her freaking hand, and this is when the movie really got good for me. And what you're saying was even made Jigsaw look even stupider. So the blonde chick is that you find out that she gets out of the trap and everything because her boyfriend comes, says, I thought that was awesome. And then he's like, oh, we need to get her to a hospital. The girl that just went on the floor. Like now he cares.
Yeah.
He's like, she has to go to the hospital. And the blonde chick is like, how about fuck her and like stomps on her neck, which I'm like, yeah, to put her out of her misery. Like her skin is fried. Her bones are broken. She's never
He
gonna
definitely has cancer.
She's never gonna recover from this. And Jigsaw's like, whoa! What are you doing? How could you just kill this woman right in front of us like that? Like, what are you, a savage? And you're like, Jigsaw, really, bro? Really?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Like, are you fucking for real, Jigsaw? I thought that was so dumb, and I'm like, kill her, like, yeah. And then they're putting the chains around Jigsaw's neck, and I'm like, who, like, I'm ready. I'm like, yes. I know that it's not
You
gonna
turned into
happen.
a savage.
Drew, I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm like, please tell me they kill him somehow. Like, I know it's not gonna happen, but please tell me they do. But when the fucking guy and her went in the room and grabbed the bag and they
that was
revealed
great.
the final trap, that was great. You know, that's like a great part of the Saw movies because you never really seen them past it, but like the final trap, like the ending of the Saw movies, whenever you hear that music kick in, that you know it's about to go down. That's when you find out, oh, this person was double crossing this guy. This person was actually in on it. Like, oh no, this guy was doing this. You're like, oh, shit's about to get revealed right now. I thought that was great. Do you have any other thoughts about it, Pastor, before we take over the review?
No, I mean, I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I saw a Saw movie. I'll watch the first one, see how that goes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't. I actually thought it was pretty good.
What would you rate it?
What do you think
rate
about the acting? Sorry, we had it. I was really curious.
Well, like Grady said, the blonde woman was great.
Yes.
Bro,
His boyfriend was good.
Jigsaw was gay?
Very good.
I was just about to ask that.
Jigsaw
His
was gay. I
boyfriend?
missed that plot point. You said his boyfriend.
What's that?
Who's boyfriend? Jigsaw's boyfriend?
No, the blonde.
Oh, you
the blonde
misgendered
woman.
her. You said his boyfriend.
Oh wow!
I was
That's
like,
not-
when
we don't do
when
that on
did
this show.
when did that come out?
We don't do that on this show. We don't.
You misgendered her. You said his boyfriend.
Bro.
What are you talking about?
You just said his boyfriend. The
He
blonde is
said
a
his
woman.
boyfriend.
Oh, Oh, I don't know why I said that, but
You misgendering.
Her.
We don't do that. Yeah. we
her
don't do that.
boyfriend.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
Jigsaw. Whoa, I
Yeah.
don't remember that part.
Use the correct pronouns.
Okay.
Shoot a guy's head off. Why don't
So you like the acting? I thought the acting was good all around.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was good all
Jigsaw,
around. He's a douche.
not so
He's a
much.
douche.
I mean, I don't not a big fan of actors that mumble through their parts.
He has cancer. He got brain cancer. That's why.
Yeah, I don't care.
He was what?
brain cancer. That's why.
You have to grab the chainsaw.
He was wobbling. He did a great performance. Like,
Yeah, I always thought he
like,
was
yeah,
good. I always thought he was good. I never.
Yeah.
Had a
I was like, he
problem with
was
Tobin Grace.
sick. He was wobbling.
I mean, I don't hate him or anything.
He
but-
needed an assistant. He needed an assistant to them. I thought having an assistant was a perfect touch. I'm like, you're sick. Who else is gonna help you?
So hold on. So this man can't talk right, but he can function well enough.
No, he could talk. He's
put
just
a
like
key-
mumbles. He's just like, you know.
I'm just saying. So this man can't speak clearly, but he can put a key in somebody's eyeball, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's.
How does
Well, that was what
How
wasn't
does
that the
work?
first movie?
Well, the first. This was before. Yeah, that was. And
That
he
was-
still
this
he
is
still went on to
between
do a
the
lot of
first and the
traps.
second. EJ, that means
But I'm saying,
Well, no, he's
he
still
was
riddled
in
with
better
cancer.
health.
He's still
I'm
riddled with
saying, though,
cancer. He's
sick
still
and
riddled with
shit,
cancer.
Like, how you
Well, he
doing
has
all this?
accomplices. He has like 3 or 4 throughout the
Nah,
whole series.
we did find that out. That like
He has a lot of
there was
accomplices throughout the
He
series.
does have a lot of people working with him,
So in
which
the-
I
in
didn't
this-
know.
So in the original second movie, is that little kid in it?
No, he never comes back.
I don't
He never
remember
comes
that
back.
kid.
It's in like a big house, and they put poison through the vents, and it's like, oh, you gotta solve these riddles and not solve riddles. It's not the fucking Riddler. It's like you gotta do these games and stuff
escape
to get
room.
out. Yeah, it's like a big escape room.
Yeah.
It's not even in Mexico or whatever the fuck they were.
No,
It was
it's
Mexico,
back in
yeah.
this country.
It was like in Detroit or something.
Yeah.
The kid got a bag of money. He's good. He's
You know
good.
something? Being locked up in a house in Detroit might not be the worst.
Well, not
I
when
think once you
Jigsaw's
escape-
rigging
I
it.
think once you escape, then you're really in trouble.
Not when Jigsaw's rigging it. So what do you rate it?
Wow.
What do you rate it?
I'll rate it a 3.
Okay. All right. Now, let me tell you this.
Out of 5?
Yes, we already know
Yeah.
the 5. It's a 5. That's right. It's a 5. 3 out of 5.
Yeah. It's a 5. No more.
I definitely want you to see
3
the
out of
first
10,
one because that's a classic. I went to the theater to see that when I was like, I don't even know, like 10 years old or something like that. It came out so long ago. So I have not seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them, but I don't even know how long it's been since the last one came out. And my memory.
That was like 2 years ago with Chris Rock.
I didn't see Spiral, so that one I missed. So
Yeah,
I
Spiral.
probably saw the one before that. I think I saw Saw 9. Yeah, I think so. I saw Saw 9 because Spiral doesn't count in the numbers. I don't think it's
I heard
it doesn't?
wasn't that good.
no, because it's called Spiral. It's not called
I heard
Saw.
it wasn't that good either.
It counts in this. It counts in like the world, but
I didn't
it's
know
not
that.
called Saw.
I didn't know that.
You knew
Well,
because
because
it's called
even in the
Spiral.
movie, he creates the tower and everything. and
Right,
see
but you know the
movie.
movie's called
Oh, yeah.
Spiral, right?
Yeah, I know what the
Right.
movie
So,
is
so
called.
how could it be called? How could it be called Saw 11 when Spiral is in the middle of Saw 9
good.
and Saw
Oh, my
10?
goodness.
That's the truly. That's why I
Relax.
told you can't drink on the show. You can't even do math anymore.
Relax, it's not that serious.
Listen, let me tell you. You know what? Bringing it up.
Definitely.
It's
Let
a
me
side
tell you
movie.
this.
What's
I
up?
started the movie, okay?
Mhm.
And I like the story already from the trailer. So I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, I like this. First trap comes up, and it's not even real, which I was like, okay, that's cool. It was an interesting trap. Sucked the guy's fucking eyeballs out of his head, and you
Oh,
find
that
out it's
was
not
cool.
real. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Saw movie where the trap was like in his imagination, right? So everything goes down. I love the part. I loved the part where this guy goes back to the warehouse and finds out it's not real. And the big giveaway is that he looks at the computer screen that he saw his brain surgery going on. Like they saw the live feed, and it turns out it wasn't even a live feed. They played a YouTube video of brain surgery for him. So he thought he was watching his brain surgery. But then at the end, it's kind of weird because then it's like, did he know it was all fake? Did he not know it was all fake? You know what I mean? So I think at the end, you kind of figured out he knew it was all fake, right?
Yeah, he knew.
He knew. So I thought that was great, though, because you didn't know that he knew at the time. So I'm like, wow, you got punked, LOL, in your face. Like Ashton Kutcher come out and yell at him and everything. It's going to be great. So they get to the first trap. The guy got the bombs on his arms, and I thought that was a great trap. I was already like wincing looking at that. I'm like, oh, this is awesome, right? So then now, to those that don't remember this, because I'm pretty sure I said this on the show before, I do not like torture movies. Like I think there was a point where I could. After a while, I do not like torture movies. I like people like getting shot, stabbed, all that shit, but I really do not like torture movies. I just don't like to see it. So then we get to the part where they're all in the warehouse, and I'm like, all right, this is about to go down now. Like, bro, when this chick put that, what was that saw called? The ghillie saw?
He doesn't like torture movies, but he's seen all of the Saw movies.
It was a ghillie saw, right? Is that what it was called?
I don't remember the name.
So it was like a saw
yeah,
that was like a rope, and she had to put it on her leg and basically move it back and forth and saw into her leg. Bro, I was done after. I was like, yo, I was turning away. I'm like, no fucking way. That was the worst for me, right? So then she doesn't even make it, gets her head cut off, and then I start looking around, right? I look around I look at the time. I'm like an hour in. I'm like, there's 40 minutes left of this? I'm like, wait. And then I'm like, wait.
It is a ghillie saw.
Okay. And then I'm like, there's 3
giggly
saw.
Giggly.
Okay. Yeah. Giggly saw.
Better word.
So
That's a better word.
So there was nothing giggly. I was not giggling during that scene. I'll tell you that. Because then she's like, okay. So I'm like, all right, she's going to make it. Like she sliced it into her leg, and then you're going to get she did it. Nope, gets her head cut right off. I was like, oh, no. So I'm watching it. I look at the bar. I'm like, I'm an hour in. I look at the landscape of the movie, and I'm like, all right, there's like 4 more people here. I don't know how much I got left. So dead ass, I turn it off, right? I'm like, I don't think I can watch this. I turn it off yesterday, right? I turn it off. I'm done. And then I get the voice in my head. I'm like, you gotta finish the movie. Don't be a puss. You gotta finish the movie. And I'm like, come on. Like, I know I gotta finish the movie. So I turn it back on today, and I continue to watch it. And about 20 minutes in, I go, I'm really glad I came back to the movie. Even though the brain scene was pretty wild, to me, I made it through the worst of it with that trap. That was the worst fucking trap in that movie was the giggly saw. So once that was over, I was still like, but I made it through, and I thought the story was it was really good. I think it played out so well. The fact that he knew everything until the end, and they grabbed the bag, and they're like, that moment hits him when they're like, we got fucked up. Because when this chick escaped, I was hyped because I'm like, this chick is a badass. And then like the best part was you could tell she was a complete psychopath throughout the whole movie, because when everybody's doing their trap, she's like, coaching them through. She's like, no, keep slicing yourself. Like, you got it. You could do it. Everybody else is like, oh, stop. Please, no, I can't look. Everybody's like, and she's like, come on, you can do it. You got it. Come on, slice in your fucking head. And I'm like, this bitch is crazy. I'm like, wow. So then at the end, she's like, she's like, I don't care about any of these people that died. They're all loose ends. Like, fuck them. I'm like,
they're all loose ends.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't have to split the money no more. Fuck them.
I'm like, this is great. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is really good.
Cared about.
So, and then, he makes them fight to the death at the end. I give the movie a 4 out of 5. It wasn't the greatest thing I've ever seen, but I'm glad I made it through. And I thought it was, to my recollection, either the best or second best Saw story I've seen in the movies. Like, I don't know how it compares to Saw 1 after a while, but I don't remember any other Saw comparing to this to me since Saw 1. So I give it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was a great movie.
Except for Spiral. No.
I didn't see that, but I want to see that.
I didn't see that either.
But it was not well received. What did you think about it, Crow?
It's not good.
You watched it?
No, I think he meant. What do I think about Spiral? I was gonna say.
No. I said, Crow, what do you think about Saw X?
Oh, so yeah, so this movie was actually really enjoyable. I was sitting there because I'm already building. I'm like, oh wow, like I actually didn't like how long like the beginning, the talking parts, because I already I was like, oh, I already know something. Like I saw the trailer, I'm like, all these people are gonna end up in the trap. I seen your faces. Now I'm seeing your faces now. I'm like, all right, so what do you do? So it was easy to figure out it was a scam. That was easy to figure out. It was a whole scam. So once I already knew that, so I had to get past the part that I already knew, the first act. Then once we got into the actual action and everything, and he was talking to Diego, and he had the bombs on his arms and everything else like that. I was like, oh, this is great. Name. I was like, okay, I love this. And then he started talking to Gabriella, and he started kidnapping all the different people within the locations. I actually like that part because I believe in the first 1 and 2, you don't really get to see that, right? They just start off in the room.
You see it. You see because they have the pigs.
And then you see it throughout the movie, though. But it's not like, right? It's not like in the beginning.
No, you don't see it in the beginning, I don't think. You don't see it as it's happening, yeah. You don't see it
Yeah. So that aspect of it, like getting like his, like how he spots his targets, his marks, that was really cool, right? To see his mindset about how he chooses people. Because you're always like, what the fuck? How do you even find these people?
Dude, when he spit the mace in her face, when he started, Amanda was macing her, after she knocked her out, that was wild. I thought that was great. She just kept macing the shit out of her and then knocked her out. I thought it was awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, so I like the fact that like all these characters, now we've seen the consequences and everything else like that. And it was like, even like when you were talking about the Gary, like to me, he felt sympathy towards her, but it was still like he felt like you still like his whole thing is like, regardless of what your situation in life is, regardless of how you personally feel, like you should still value life and you should still have a chance. But sometimes it's like you have to, some people have to be pushed to the edge. It's like that whole thing of like, if you're an addict, it's like until you experience a near-death experience, sometimes you never go to the point of like, oh, I need to correct my life. So he's bringing people as close to that edge as possible and saying, now, do you want to change? Now that you're at the most extreme portion of your life where it can either go left or right, depending on your decision, will you be able to go through it? And I agree. A lot of moments were like stupid to me. I'm like,
I think it only makes sense that the Crow is the only one that really sympathizes with Jigsaw's mindset. Like the fact that you're the only one that really is going into why that is actually like a good thing it makes so much sense. I never
said it was a good thing.
Bloody Crow. There's Bloody Crow.
I said I understand.
We know. We know.
But like his whole demeanor, I love his acting. I love everything. He was just a flawed man. And honestly, I was just sitting there like, oh, I want more of his personal story, his personal and I think that was the whole point of this movie, was to give us more of the actor, more of the Jigsaw, more into looking into his mindset, who he is as a person. And I really appreciate that. And that's what I actually wanted to see more of. That's what I actually wanted to be a part of. And even with the kid thing, I mean, like,
that was crazy.
To him,
that was crazy.
Like to me, what was beautiful about that scene was that it was the woman that was like, fuck the child. Like, so what? I'm like, she's like looking at him like, yeah, so what? He doesn't have anything to do with anything. So what? I mean, this kid has a clean slate. He hasn't done any evil in the world like the rest of us, but I'm gonna still punish him because you fucked with me.
You know what I like about that too? You know, to cut you off real quick. You know what I did like about that before I forget is, so when I'm watching it, right, I'm like, just fucking shoot Jigsaw, right? Like in every movie they do this. It's like they have the gun and it's like, okay, now I'm gonna explain myself and I'm gonna make you pay. And it's like, I was like, just shoot Jigsaw in the head, right? The great part about that was, even if they would have shot Jigsaw, shot Amanda, they still would have had to go up and get the bag and they still would have been put in a trap. So it didn't matter if they went the either route. It's like a choose your own adventure. They still would have been fucked.
They would have been screwed.
So commence. I just thought that I wanted to get that.
But you know what was interesting about it? These are two psychopaths. So like when you have two people with high levels of intelligence in the same room, it's not about murder. It's about who's outsmarting who.
Yeah,
that's the point.
And I thought it was interesting
it's not the thrill in somebody who's a psychopath or like just into that mindset. It's not about the murder. It's about the mind games. That's all it's about. I think any regular person is going to look at that and go, oh, well, why don't you just kill? Of course you're going to say that because you don't enjoy the mind part. You don't enjoy playing chess with people. You don't enjoy like, okay, let's see if I can outwit you right now. And that's what she was getting off on. I'm going to outwit you.
Right. And she's going to see him suffer, which I thought it was interesting that her boyfriend, you could see that he during the last trap, he couldn't take it. That's why he left to go get the money. He just like made an excuse. He's like, I'm gonna go get the money. But even he was like, this is too much, and she was loving it though.
She was
like,
loving
fuck
it.
this kid.
Like, she
fuck
was
him.
like sitting there going. He was like, "Yo, we're really about to kill a kid. I thought you was gonna tell me stop." Like he expected her to be like, nah, chill. She was like, nah. But she was like, at the end of the time, and at her whole character, I was like, she would be a great Jigsaw.
Oh yeah,
she would be a phenomenal.
She was great.
Jigsaw. She was so good, and it was just like the morals and the different philosophies of it and the ideology. It was just fantastic. That's what I enjoyed. What do you
give this movie?
I'm struggling with this because I love the Nun's beginning more than I love this movie's beginning, but this ending was phenomenal, better than the last Nun's. Ending.
Definitely.
So I feel like
definitely.
I just leaps and bounds, but I feel like they have to beat. I don't even know what the score was for the Nun, but I feel like this beats it just by 1 point. And I wish I remember that point. I think it was like 3.5, maybe 3 on that. So
didn't you get that movie like a 4?
Did I give it a 4?
You went off on that movie. I don't know.
I really like.
Just give the movie. Just rate the movie. Just rate the movie.
4.5, 4.2. It was better than None because of the ending. I love the ending.
I gotta raise my score because I think the Nun I gave more than a 3.
Yeah, I think you gave the Nun like a 3.5 or something.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
And I really did enjoy the Nun until the ending, but this movie, middle and final, those I feel like are the most important thing. So just demolish the Nun's ending. Leaps and bounds. It just did so much. It was a fucking great ending.
Pastor, what was your favorite trap?
Well, I'd probably the thing with what was it called again? The
ghillie saw?
Yeah.
That was insane. Mo, do you have a favorite trap?
The one that he fantasized.
Yeah, that was really good. I think that might I guess I would say that's is it my favorite? I don't know. Like all of them were really, I guess it might be the radiation. The radiation was my favorite because that one I was like, wow. Like it was just so interesting. I've never seen anything like that I can recall in a Saw movie. So I thought it was really cool. So I'm going to go
I've never seen anything with an eyeball thing before. So I thought that was like, especially being legally blind. I was like, whoa, that was scared of
our greatest fear.
Yeah, where did they get these ideas from? Saddam Hussein?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I've had some crazy ideas, but that's pretty good.
Right. We know you and Jigsaw have a very similar mind. We know.
No, I cannot. He is meticulous. I would have to practice some stuff to get to his level.
Well, you got time. He was like
he was
pretty old in the movie, so you got some time.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Maybe I should get an engineer degree.
You got some time. Speaking of time, we are out of time. The show's fucking over. All right, listen, we talked about everything. We talked up and down all about. It is Halloween season, baby. Remember that. Remember it. Relish in it. Pastor turned into Pastor the Unicorn at the end of the show. He had the horn on his head. Getting crazy. That's it. Pastor, you want to plug your podcast and everything?
Yes, the No Name Yet podcast and the No Name Yet Iron Sharpens Iron
Schwink
drops every Saturday
on
YouTube, Rumble, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
and where Penguins play,
and X.
Club Penguin.
That's right, and Club Penguin. You already know the drill. If you're listening to this on Spotify and Apple, the only one we're not on is, I think, Amazon Podcast. We're pretty much on every other podcast platform, even ones I never heard of. If you're on those, make sure you go to our YouTube channel so you can see our beautiful faces, our beautiful costumes, and vice versa. If you're on the YouTube, you want to keep us in your pocket. You don't know how because you don't have YouTube Premium like me. Go on to the podcast platforms. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Happy Halloween. We're going to be back with some more Halloween fun next week, baby. Peace and love. Happy Halloween.